I started my 14th year in November that just passed. And I think it would be safe to say that in those 14 years, I responded to, oversaw, monitored close to 1,000 demonstrations. Like I said, these can be about anything, any topic, anything. People go out there and literally get a week permit to read the Bible, like anything. I mean, like, you name it, they're out there. So I thought it was just going to be a First Amendment protest, which we've seen. Like, doesn't matter if I agree with it, whatever. If they would have come up, they have the right to do that, and I'm all for people's rights. Like, that's fine, that's your right, then do it. But once that turns violent, and then like you throw a temper tantrum because an election didn't go your way, and that's when we have a problem. But they were out there all day long, and it was, you know, peaceful. Like it looked like remind me like a pep rally. Right. Out there with their flags and they're waving and singing songs and all that stuff. And then the violence from the west side, if you're familiar with DC, the mall, from down the White House, the Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument, coming towards the Capitol, that's where the violence started coming from. They breached the first police line, and I heard a friend of mine on the radio scream out, "We need more help, we need units." And just like I heard the terror in that individual's voice, and I took off running and responded over there. And when I responded around to the west side of the building, it was as far as you can see, just people that appeared to be Trump supporters, that said they were Trump supporters. They had the flag. They said their words were, "President Trump sent us," and they were just there and saying that they're coming in and telling us that we were traitors. We broke our oath. We weren't real police officers. We weren't real patriots. We come stand with us. Like they were convinced that they were right, and nothing that we said and clearly that we did was going to stop them. So,
wow. So when you looked out on the crowd and you looked at them, you talked about the flags you saw.
Yeah.
You saw Trump flags, right? You saw Confederate flags. You saw Nazi flags.
The thin blue line flags.
Yes.
Like they had this "Don't Tread on Me" flag. It's a yellow flag with a snake wrapped around like a pole or something. I don't even understand I don't know what it means, but you see that a lot of those type of rallies. And I think I'm not even going to go into whatever.
Right.
You see it a lot. One of the craziest thing I saw, it was Rambo with Trump's face on it. And Rambo had like the machine gun. I was like,
yeah.
Like, it's crazy, man. Like, and USA flags, and it was just a mess, man. It was.
So you saw that. I saw where you were one of 4 officers who testified to the committee about what took place.
Yeah.
And you described the ugly racist taunts you were subjected to. Particularly from a lady in a pink MAGA shirt.
Yeah.
You don't have to walk through all the particulars of it with me, but they were hurling racial epithets at you like this was back in segregation time.
Yeah.
Like it was just freely just flowing from their lips with no hesitation. Like it was, like had you experienced? Is that something that you've experienced before as a police officer? Or was that?
I've never been called the N-word as a police officer, at least to my face, but not that I know of. I've never been called that. I've been called sellout before, like all that kind of stuff. But never to my face. And what stands out though, like, I'm a big dude. I'm 6'7", 350, right? I'm not no little. I used to play football. Like, I know how to handle myself. I was armed with an AR-15 that day, and I thankfully was not physically injured to the point where a lot of my coworkers were. I got sprayed in the face a couple times, shoved here, shoved there. But as far as like the beating and stuff, no, that didn't happen. And I think that they wanted to use words to hurt me, and because when you use the N-word to somebody in a hurtful way, it's hurtful. I mean, you see people's reactions. Like I've seen, it's YouTube or Instagram, people call me the N-word again, and people go night for saying that.
Right, right.
It's
but isn't that hurling it the way that they were hurling it at you? Isn't that, you know, I'm not a lawyer, no, you know, but isn't that in the realm of assault on a police officer? Like, if you are
maybe I'm not even a lawyer. I don't know. Like I don't know the laws, the statutes with that, but I'm sure somebody can make that argument. Now that I see where you're going with that, and expecting the commission of a crime. Like, I mean, sure, I'm sure the elements are there. I'm sure the elements of it are there. But like I said, and even so that moment, now I want to be clear. Like, I wasn't the entire day. I wasn't getting run around everywhere I was. Like, that was a 4 or 5 hour ordeal, and I wasn't getting called the N-word for 4 or 5 hours. Like, it was just one particular time. But talking to my coworkers, some of my black coworkers share with me their stories of them being called the N-word. There was recently an EMT on, a female black woman who was a DC firefighter, paramedic. She was responding in to help people that were out, like that were knocked out, that needed medical attention. And they were calling her the N-word as she was going to help them. Like, wow. So like, and I just saw that story about a week or two ago on NBC4. Wow. And it's crazy though. Like, so yeah, listening to other people talking to other officers, then I learned that I wasn't just the only one. It wasn't me. So, and when it happened, I didn't process it like, ouch, dang, because I'm exhausted. Like, we threw like a fight like that whole day, and you got these masks on, you can't breathe with all this pepper spray in the air, and it's just going on. And it was tough, man. So I didn't process it as an attack on me because of my skin color until after I was able to sit down. Finally, when I was able to have a breather, and I was talking with one of my boys, who happens to be a black guy, about what happened. And I was in tears, man, like crying, like, because I was so disappointed at, yo, is this where we are as a country, man? Is this where we are, bro? Right. I mean, maybe I'm naive, maybe I'm gullible, maybe I'm too optimistic, but damn, man, like, I drink the Kool-Aid, man. I pray, I hope and pray for that togetherness, kumbaya moments. I live for that, man. Like,
you know,
damn, it really hurt me that this is where we are. I mean, and you know, it is what it is. I know where we are, but it just sucks that we're not better than this, man.